Street Fighter II is a 1992 fighting game from Capcom, which has received many updates. Some might say too many. Among the ways of playing this nowadays are emulators, or even just playing it in a browser. Although I found some of the browser emulators have sound glitches. Another method is to purchase Sega Mega Drive and Genesis classics on Steam, purchase Streets of Rage as DLC, and get this Community Workshop mod which will turn Streets of Rage into Street Fighter II Special Champion Edition, the version that was available on the Mega Drive and Genesis. The earliest example I've found of playing this by voice is from SpecialEffect in mid-2013 on Street Fighter IV, although they didn't do any live combat. And there's a recent example from Ginger Viking playing Street Fighter V, who made his own voice command application. He found live combat to be quite a challenge, particularly with having to direct special moves as coming from the left or right. This game and type of game has been on my list for a couple of years, as I'm not really sure how well it would work by voice. It takes voice players about 2 seconds to respond to any surprise, which is really limiting. Also, this can't really be used to play against manual players, as they'd get an audible warning of the voice player's intended actions. Nevertheless, I decided to have a go at the game. I only made commands for one character. I hadn't played Street Fighter for over 20 years, and wasn't that good at it back then, but I did manage to beat the game on the easiest difficulty setting. I partially solved the issue with left and right commands by having a tracking variable which I would flip by saying switch if I changed which side of the enemy I was on. This only stopped being useful when enemies jumped over me repeatedly, like Chun-Li and M. Bison, as when my commands are set to the wrong side I can't do any of my special moves. The only real and really big challenge was M. Bison, who closes the distance to the player really quickly, so it's hard to juggle him with Hadoukens, and then he often does combo sequences which wipe out half your health, leave you stunned, and then does another combo sequence. He took me nearly as long as the previous 11 challenges combined. Here are some highlights, and I'll put up an edited playthrough later in the week. Hardball, hardball, switch, hardball, 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 fly kick, hardball, fly kick, fireball, hardball, hardball, fly kick, uppercut, switch, hardball, left, fly kick, fly kick, fly kick, uppercut, switch, uppercut.
You win.
Hardball, 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 fly kick, switch, uppercut, fly kick, fireball, left, back throw, fireball, fireball, fly kick, fly kick. Left, hardball, 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 uppercut, fly kick, fireball, switch, fireball, hardball.
You win. Round 2.
Hardball, hardball, fireball, fireball, hardball, 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 Fireball. Fly kick. Hardball. Block. Hard kick. Fly kick.
You win.
Hard kick. Fly kick. Fly kick. Hard kick. I don't know what I'm doing here, I never did this one before. Hard punch.
Round
Left.
2. Fight.
Hardball. Hardball. Left. Hardball. Hardball. Left. Hardball. Hard. Left. Hardball. Left. Hardball. 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 Left. Hardball. Right. Hardball. Left. Hardball. Hardball. Left. Fly kick. Ooh.
You win.
Awfully close. 300 vital. Left.
Round 1. Fight.
Uppercut. Hardball. 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 Left. Uppercut. Uppercut. Hardball. 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 Right. Hard throw. Hardball. Stop.